Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the RPAG Scoop. My name's Ashley. I am the Senior Marketing Specialist here at RPAG.
And I'm Melody, the Digital Marketing Specialist here at RPAG. And we're here to bring you the latest in the retirement game. This March, we've got a lineup that's ready to score big in the professional game. Let's dive into the highlights.
We'll be here to kick things off with the What's New segment. From regional summits to handy educational resources, we've got the plays to keep you at the top of your game. Then we'll pass the ball over to Jenny Kiffmeyer for Rothification of employer contributions. She'll break down Secure Act 2.0, showing you how to make strategic moves for tax-free distributions. It's a slam dunk for savvy retirement planning.
In the paint, Sean Jordan from Principal is going to share the game plan for success in 2024. With a focus on service, technology, and an enhanced advisor experience, Principal is taking it to the next level.
Closing out for us is Scott Herrick and Mike Coyne from Voya to share their winning strategy behind Voya's brand new Small Cap Growth CIT. Let's get into it.
Jumping right into what's new at RPAG and what resources you have available to you as a member.
Starting off with regional summits, we have 4 different cities that we are coming to this April, so book your rooms and register ASAP. The deadlines for the hotels are coming up so fast. Let's go over those hotel deadlines. For San Diego, we have March 4th. For Philadelphia, it's March 8th. For Chicago, it's March 18th. And for Atlanta, it's March 29th. So book those rooms ASAP so you can get those at a discounted rate.
And you can even catch one of us at the summits on our session for leveraging AI and marketing for your practice.
Moving on to the dinners that you will get to attend, it is completely complimentary with your registration. And if you're an RPAG member, that registration is free.
You can catch me in San Diego at Union Kitchen and Tap or in Atlanta for 5 Church Midtown.
Or if you're attending the Philadelphia or Chicago summits, you'll see me at Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse or the game room inside of the Chicago Athletic Association. So let's go over a few quick FAQs. Melody, who should be attending these summits?
Any team member who deals with prospects or clients.
So what should we all be wearing?
Business casual is more than sufficient for the duration of the summits.
And what time does the first session start?
Lunch is served at 11:30 and the first session begins at 12:30.
And can our members bring guests?
Guests are not permitted at any of our sessions or our meals, but are more than welcome to join you in your hotel room.
RPAG is going to Nashville. The Napa 401k summits are being held in Nashville this year from April 7th through the 9th, and you can see me and some of my other RPAG colleagues at booth 209. We will have an espresso machine waiting for you and plenty of space for conversations. We'll see you there. Enrollment empowers advisors with advanced technology, providing tailored video content for retirement plans at scale. This innovation streamlines communication, ensuring employers grasp their benefits conveniently.
When it comes to enrollment, these are some of their offerings. Simplified connectivity, allowing advisors to connect with their employees, ensuring a clear understanding of retirement benefits. Employee flexibility, access crucial plan information at their convenience tailored to individual schedules. And concise communication. Advisors use user-friendly tools for clear, comprehensive guidance on the path to retirement readiness.
Have you seen the brand new RPAG University? It is so cool. We have educational content, step-by-step instructions for every RPAG solution you can think of, and we are coming out with new videos every single month. And this can be used for new advisors, new members, or even as a refresher for tools that you haven't used in a while. You can find this in your resource center under resources, and you'll see RPAG University, and that will take you to a teachable portal where you can access all of the videos.
March Retirement Times has been released, and if you don't know what the retirement times are, then you should definitely check out the resource center that Ashley was just talking about.
You can find these under newsletters and memos, and then you go to either retirement times or participant corners. So we come out with 3 different articles for the plan sponsors for you to distribute, and 1 extra for the participants that the plan sponsors get to distribute.
And we generally send this out at the end of the previous month so that you guys have enough time to send it into your compliance teams.
Do you guys want to know some great features about the RPAG Advisor Portal?
There are data feeds, custom solutions, and enterprise solutions. For data feeds, PAL automates asset synchronization, fund changes, and essential plan updates.
For custom solutions, you can set yourself apart with unique offerings that attract prospects and outshine competitors.
And for enterprise solutions, enhance growth, compliance, and advisor attraction for businesses of all sizes.
If you don't know what RFP Express is, then you need to jump on board. Our solution incorporates plan-specific pricing algorithms for these leading record keepers, allowing for accurate quotes of plans of various sizes, going all the way up to $10 million or more in assets. By leveraging RFP Express, you can streamline your RFP processes, saving valuable time and effort while ensuring that you have access to the most up-to-date pricing information for your clients' retirement plans.
We have 21 top record keepers offering instant quotes and an additional 4 for custom quotes.
This is probably the easiest way that you will ever create RFPs. We know that the key to success lies in consistently refreshing your prospect list. This is why RPAG has partnered with Larkspur Executive, offering you the industry's best prospecting tool.
Larkspur offers comprehensive filtering for data of Form 5500. With their user-friendly navigation and their effortless communication, Larkspur is the best of the best.
Moving on to our fiduciary fitness program. Navigating fiduciary responsibilities can be really difficult, but RPAG is here to help you with our fiduciary fitness program.
We offer in-house ERISA attorney expertise, regulatory updates, plan sponsor educational resources, step-by-step guides to minimize fiduciary liability, and a secure cloud-based document vault.
And that's not all. We also offer a complete suite of game-changing tools and technologies for your practice. Reach out to our team today to explore how RPAG can help you expand your client base and improve your bottom line.
We want to spotlight our RPAG provider analysis, our comprehensive RFP solution that offers
unmatched precision with over 400 data points of services for highly detailed benchmarking, broad coverage, which includes any record keeper or TPA, prompt turnaround with reports in only 5 to 10 business days, customizable reports tailored to you and your client's exact requirements, and efficiency redefined, which means providers carry the load and you just manage the process.
Our live bid RFP tool is your key to enhancing the quality of your service and ultimately boosting your client satisfaction. If you aren't getting our emails, be sure to sign up for our newsletters.
This little box will be on our insights page of our website. So you go there, you'll just put in your name and your email, then press submit. And every week we have timely newsletters and emails to make sure that you are on the most up-to-date information regarding our industry and RPAG events.
And if you haven't already followed us on our socials, we have Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and X, which is formerly Twitter.
And if you search RPAG on any of those platforms, you should be able to find us pretty easily. And now, speaking of YouTube, we have a whole entire YouTube channel dedicated to retirement industry news. We have brand new videos every single week, and this includes market reviews, educational webinars, fiduciary hot topics, and so much more, and this scoop right now.
And you can click the bell in the corner to be notified every time a new video is uploaded.
Because these will definitely be released a lot faster than if you just subscribed to our email or just followed our socials. So if you do all of it, you will be completely up to date with all things RPAG.
And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our support. You can email us at support@rpag.com.
Or call us at 949-305-3859. Thank you for joining us on this edition of the What's New segment for the RPAG Scoop. We are going to now pass it on to our friend at the Retirement Learning Center, Jenny Kiffmeyer, and she's going to give us all of her expertise in ERISA to talk about the Rothification of employee contributions.
Greetings. My name is Jenny Kiffmeyer with the Retirement Learning Center, and here today we are going to talk about Rothification of employer contributions. So under Secure Act 2.0, we received many new plan provisions, one of them being the ability for a plan to allow participants to treat employer contributions as designated Roth contributions within their 403B, 401k, or governmental 457B plans. And that would be in addition to their own salary deferrals. This provision actually took effect in 2023 and continues on for later years. And if the plan permits, the participants may elect to treat those vested employer contributions as designated Roth contributions in the plan, and they would be called designated Roth matching or designated Roth non-elective contributions. Now, this process offers unique strategies for participants, giving them the ability to reduce future required minimum distributions and also to create an extra pool of tax-free Roth distributions. So they are very appealing. How Rothification works. That was the million-dollar question, because after enactment of Secure Act 2.0, we didn't really have any guidance as to how to implement these contributions. Fortunately, just a couple of weeks ago, Notice 2024-02 was released, and it provides that much-needed guidance we had needed for Rothifying these contributions. So with the guidance provided us with the steps, and first off, the participants will make an election. That election has to occur prior to the amounts being allocated to their accounts. The election is irrevocable, but they do have to have an ability to change that election at least once during the plan year. Once the amounts are allocated as designated Roth contributions to the plan, they will remain as such, and the plan has to separately account for those types of contributions. So record keepers will have to have buckets, so to speak, for designated Roth non-elective contributions and designated Roth matching contributions, in addition to having designated Roth deferral contributions. Now, it's important to note that only vested amounts may be treated as designated Roth contributions. So, for example, if a plan has a vesting schedule for matching contributions, only those matching contributions that are vested would be eligible for this election. Now, who should consider adding this to the plan? Plan sponsors, who are interested in allowing participants to reduce future RMDs, because designated Roth contributions are not subject to RMD requirements. That's another change that came about under Secure Act 2.0. Qualifying Roth distributions are tax-free, and that helps participants control their tax liability in retirement. Some organizations that this would be particularly appealing to would be professional service firms, also individuals that are high net worth and have large qualified account balances. So what is the process for Rothifying employer contributions? As I mentioned earlier, the participant has to make an election, like their deferral election, to treat those employer contributions as designated Roth contributions. The election will have to specify the type of contribution, whether it's a matching and or non-elective contribution that will be basically recategorized as a designated Roth. The election remains in effect until it is revoked for future contributions. The Roth contributions are considered plan contributions, so therefore they must be separately accounted for within the plan. An important reporting process for the Roth contributions that are going into plans. Here we know that the election will not impact an individual's W-2. That means, therefore, that there will not be any FICA or FUTA withholding. The plan instead is going to generate a Form 1099-R for the participant for the year that the employer contributions are allocated to the plan for that participant. And on the 1099-R, in box 1, we'll report the gross amount of the contribution. In box 2A, which will show the taxable amount, will have the same amount as the gross amount contributed. And then for the distribution reason code, which appears in box 7, we'll use code G, which indicates a direct rollover. So the effect of this is the participant will add amounts to their ordinary income for the year. That means they may want to adjust their tax withholding rate because this will increase their taxable income for the year. Finally, it will be taxable in the year that it is allocated, not necessarily the year for which it is credited. There will be a plan amendment required. For 401k plans, the deadline to implement that amendment is actually not until December 31st of 2026. For non-public schools that have 403B plans, it is also December 31st of 2026. For 403B plans of tax-exempt organizations, if it is a collectively bargained plan, the deadline is December 31st of 2028. For public schools with 403B plans, the deadline is December 31st of 2029. And for eligible governmental plans would be the 457B plans. That deadline is generally December 31st of 2029. Now, it's important to know that this will be a written plan amendment, but in the meantime, plans can actually implement this provision and put it into effect as long as they operationally comply with all the requirements. So in summary, I wanted to just remind everyone that the 401k plans, 403b plans, and governmental 457b plans can allow participants to treat their employer contributions as Roth contributions. We got much needed guidance in Notice 2024-02 that clarifies the logistics for how to implement the provision. Plans will need to be formally amended, but can implement before the amendment deadline. The ball is in the TPA and record keeper's court to make it happen.
Fantastic insights from Jenny Kiffmeyer as she broke down the Rothification playbook, getting us ready for some strategic moves. Now let's pass the ball to Sean Jordan from Principal. He's ready to walk us through game-changing elements of service, technology, product solutions, and an enhanced advisor experience. Without further delay, let's welcome Sean Jordan to the court as he takes us through Principal's playbook. Sean, the floor is yours.
Hello, my name is Sean Jordan. I lead our core and middle market segments here at Principal. Excited to join you for a few moments to talk about what's going on in 2024. We feel that the industry is at an inflection point. Increasingly, Americans are looking for their employers and for their advisors that their employers hire to help them solve a more complex set of retirement and wealth and benefits decisions. We believe that that's an opportunity for us to think differently about what kinds of products and services we bundle, what kinds of services we partner with, and it's challenging the organization to think differently than it has in the past. But I'm very excited for this moment in time. Principal has built its brand by being advisor-centric and by applying an advisor lens really to everything we do and to think about the ways that we help advisors grow and advance their own practices and continue to view us as a preferred partner, as somebody that they can count on and rely on increasingly to help them succeed. Now, if you accept the premise that our industry is largely commoditized, it's critical that we find ways to differentiate, not only to help attract sponsors, but also to attract advisors that view us as a preferred partner because of the ways we differentiate and adding value in that relationship as well. So what I'd like to do is talk about a few of the things we're focusing on that we believe are differentiators in 2024, and hopefully will resonate with the advisors as they think about their own practices and how they would take advantage of some of these things. So first is service. I mean, service as a differentiator it's critical that you trust the people that you're working with and that you get the kind of service that is intuitive, that anticipates need, and that delivers every time. Not only when things are going well, but when things go sideways or when there's a problem. So we're investing very heavily in making sure that we have the right teams that are organized the right way, and that measuring the right sort of parts of the experience for advisors and for sponsors that we know deliver the most impact and that deliver the most benefit at the right moment in time. Second is technology, and far too often I think we think of technology as just a way of making it easier to do business or taking some of the complexity out of the business. But I think more importantly, I think technology allows advisors to scale their businesses in ways that allow them to grow and to do their own prospecting, to do their own business development. So we're investing in technology specifically for advisors that allow them to manage their book, to make changes, to learn the things they need to learn by working with us, to put them really on that front foot out in the market. Third is product solutions. We continue to innovate in ways to make our products work in concert with one another, and also design with an eye on allowing advisors to insert themselves, depending on their own preferences and their models, at the right point in time to help coordinate that on behalf of the sponsors that they serve. And that really challenges us to be more configurable and flexible, right? So as you might imagine, we work with a lot of advisors that have different levels of involvement in certain products and certain delivery mechanisms. And we need to be able to sort of dial that up and back as needed to really hit the target together. Lastly, I want to talk about how we're focused on advisor experience. So Principal's in the midst of investing a lot of time and resources on really energizing and turbocharging our voice of the customer capabilities. We're applying that same lens to advisors, allowing advisors to sort of give us real-time feedback on what's working, what's not, on the things where their preference is. And it's made us far more agile and capable at understanding, what's the next best action, what's the next best interaction for an advisor from what we're measuring, what we're evaluating from the data we collect. In 2024, we're excited about a lot of the changes, but at the same time, there's been a lot of disruption. So as I'm sure you will have heard, more than 12,000 Americans retire every day. That's the highest level it's ever been. And that's really fundamentally changing the way Americans work, how they work, where they work, what they expect from their employers, what the benefits that those employers provide have to be able to meet. So you're at this sort of point of disruption. And being an optimist, I think that leads us to sort of think differently and craft solutions that can increasingly meet more of that demand in the market. So be attractive to a broader set of employers, obviously a broader set of advisors who are being hired by those employers. And it's important just to sort of think of it in that capacity. Secure 2.0, there was a lot of focus on this, on changing the requirements for people to participate in plans. There was an awful lot of language around plan design that going really beyond just investments. And I think it's important to think about the importance of automatic features around lowering the administrative burden for plan sponsors, making it easier for advisors to understand that the plan is functioning and operating in a way that's going to demand more and more of their oversight. There's security measures in there that are designed to make it easier and more successful at taking care of a broader set of the employee base. It's really important to start to leverage those things, and I think frame those ways to sponsors so they understand the benefits. We see the demand for advice solutions continue to accelerate. Last year we launched the Intelligent QDIA product in the market. That's been very well received. It's allowed sponsors to, I think, broaden the value proposition that they offered to employers and actually affect a lot more and broader participant outcomes in the plans. So we're really excited about that product. And then lastly, just being able to talk more broadly about total retirement solutions, bringing the full suite of products together from DC to DB, non-qual, ESOP, all those things together. I think that's increasingly going to be an expectation in the market for us. So lastly, I just want to say thank you for continuing to be a partner of ours. We look forward to working together in the marketplace. I know that there's been a lot of questions about an ideation going on. So we view the RPAG relationship as critical, and we're really excited to be going out in the market together in 2024. I look forward to seeing all of you then.
All right, folks, we've just witnessed some impressive plays for our seasoned players in the retirement game. Now let's smoothly transition over from Principal's playbook to Voya's court and wrap up some slam dunk insights. Sean Jordan shared how Principal is gearing up for a championship run in 2024, emphasizing service, technology, and an enhanced advisor experience. Now let's pivot to the next players on the court, Scott Herrick and Mike Coyne from Voya. They're about to take us through the winning strategy behind Voya's success in their brand new CIT. Get ready for some strategic moves and a closer look at what makes their team stand out.
Good afternoon, RPAG advisors. Welcome to the March Scoop. My name is Scott Herrick. I'm the Client Portfolio Manager with the Voya Small Cap Growth Strategy. With me today is Mike Coyne, who's the lead PM for the strategy. The Voya Small Cap Growth CIT, along with Great Gray, is now available to you as an RPAG advisor at a fee of 58 basis points, which is a 32% discount to our mutual fund fee. We have about 5 minutes, so let's give the audience a quick introduction to the team, Mike.
Thanks, Scott. Our team's made up of 3 portfolio managers and 1 analyst. The 3 portfolio managers are generalists, which allows us to be good devil's advocates to one another during the investment process. We all average about 25 years of small cap growth investing, and we do significant bottom-up fundamental analysis on all of our companies when we put them into the portfolio.
There are a lot of good small cap managers out there, Mike. What makes Voya Small Cap Growth different?
Like a lot of other managers, we look for cash flow, earnings, and revenue growth to the tune of 15% over the next several years. We like to buy our companies at a historical valuation range that is in the lower 2/3 of what it's traded at, or what we like to refer to as a sustainable valuation. One thing that differentiates us is our specific focus on operating cash flow relative to free cash flow. Our operating cash flow is a more important metric in our mind than free cash flow, because these are growth companies. We want them to reinvest their cash flow back into the business and don't want to thus penalize them for that investment.
Great. Can you comment a little bit about on positioning currently?
Yeah, right now we are slightly overweight consumer discretionary. We have a slight underweight to healthcare, and we are overweight technology. We're mindful of the run technology has had, so certainly looking at valuation and trimming some stocks that have had good runs. From a portfolio perspective, we typically let our portfolio construction be born from the bottom up, which is to say we select stocks and we let the portfolio construction be determined by the bottom-up stock picking process. We do have a top-down risk control overlay that disallows us from deviating over 10% versus the benchmark weighting in any industry or sector. We don't take position sizes over 4%, also just for risk mitigation purposes.
Lastly, what's the case to be made for small caps in 2024?
So small caps seem like a really good value if you just look from a valuation perspective. They're at the end of the year, they were at a 35% discount versus large cap. Now, there's a lot of nuances in 2024 that could make small cap work now or later in the year, and that's really going to be determined by how aggressive the Fed is in lowering rates and whether we have a soft landing or a hard landing. But our house view here is that we are going to have a soft landing. The Fed is going to start lowering rates in May or slightly later than that, but it's going to be really second half driven. And so really to get into small cap, you got to be early. And so we feel like right now is the time to start allocating to small cap growth.
Perfect. Well, we appreciate everybody's time today. And just a reminder that the Voya Small Cap Growth Strategy is a perfect 10 on the RPAG scoring system as of year end. We've also outperformed the benchmark 9 of the last 10 calendar years with a very attractive upside and downside capture ratio. So it makes it really perfect for retirement plans. We appreciate the time. If you have any questions, please feel free to follow up with your Voya sales representative. And best of luck to everybody in 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a game changer of a session we've had today. A big thank you to Principal and Voya for bringing their A game and enriching our playbooks in the retirement industry. As we wrap up this edition of the RPAG Scoop, remember, the game is always evolving, and staying ahead requires strategic plays and insights. We're grateful for the valuable contributions of our speakers and our partners. Join us again on April 1st. Not a joke, not a prank. We are coming out with a brand new one on April Fool's Day, and we will be continuing to bring you the latest in the retirement industry. So thank you so much for being with us today. The current game is over, but stay tuned for next month's RPAG Scoop. See you next time.